Hi, I'm Jessica Thomas. I'm the Director of Patient Education at NETRF. I am a licensed clinical social worker, and I'm also someone who in the past has helped many people complete advanced directives. And I've found in the neuroendocrine cancer community that this is something we don't talk about that much. So today we're going to talk a little bit about advanced directives, and I want you to know that this is for anybody, not just the person living with neuroendocrine cancer. It's for me, it's for you, it's applicable to us all. So let's get started. They're about making your wishes known, about getting the care that you want to get, and doing this and letting people know so you can focus on living more fully. It's easy to avoid these conversations about future healthcare decisions because they feel uncomfortable and they may feel frightening. But in reality, this planning ahead is a sense of control, and it can reduce anxiety and give you a greater sense of peace to move forward. Advanced directives can help ensure that your voice is heard, even if you're unable to speak for yourself. And these documents, they support autonomy, dignity, and clarity in the most stressful moments. Often, people that complete their advanced directives report feeling more prepared and more empowered instead of feeling fearful. And so today we're going to talk about what are advanced directives and what can we do to complete them. So advanced directives are legal documents that communicate your healthcare wishes and identify who can speak on your behalf. So advanced directives generally include a couple components: a living will, a healthcare power of attorney or healthcare proxy, and sometimes additional instructions about treatments or quality of life preferences. A living will explains the type of medical care you want in certain situations. And a healthcare proxy identifies the person you trust to make the medical decisions on your behalf if you cannot. These documents, they guide healthcare teams and loved ones during medical emergencies or a serious illness. The requirements vary state by state, and I'm going to make sure that I include links to all the states that I can find so you can find the forms that you need. Many of the forms are free and accessible online. And advanced directives can usually be updated at any time as your wishes or needs change or evolve. Because planning ahead reduces stress and fear. One of the greatest benefits we can do, or greatest benefits of advanced directives, is that it reduces the emotional burden on the person living with neuroendocrine cancer as well as their family. And uncertainty can create a lot of emotional distress during a medical crisis or if anything ever happens. And families are really forced to make decisions quickly without knowing, sometimes not even knowing what their loved one would want. And so advanced directives takes the questioning out. Advanced directives protect your voice. They protect your values, goals, and preferences, and those things deserve to be respected. Every person has different beliefs about what quality of life looks for them, what independence, comfort, and medical care. Some people want to prioritize extending life at all costs, while other people want to prioritize comfort, communication ability, or time at home with their loved ones. Advanced directives allow healthcare providers and your families understand your personal priorities. And planning can help strengthen your relationship. Honest conversations can deepen trust and connection with your loved ones. When we plan ahead, we have better medical care. Medical teams want to provide care that reflects the patient's wishes and priorities. And again, in emergencies, decisions happen really quickly. Clear documentation helps to avoid confusion or unwanted interventions. When you're talking with someone about advanced directives ahead of time, this can reduce stress, confusion, and guilt during medical emergencies. These conversations can help families better understand what matters most to one another. And so a guide, some ways, some questions we can discuss together are values and priorities. What does quality of life mean to you? What are your biggest fears about serious illness? What brings you comfort and meaning? And talking about medical care preferences. Would you want every possible treatment to extend life? Are there situations where comfort would matter more than aggressive treatment? How important is independence or communication ability to you? And then decision making. Who would you trust to make healthcare decisions for you? Have you talked with that person about your wishes? And then practical planning. Where are important documents kept? Who should have copies? These conversations do not need to happen all at once. There's no perfect answers. We're all individual. And wishes may evolve or change over time. The goal is to understand what you would want and to make sure that those wishes are known. So, what are some things that we should consider when doing advanced directives? First thing is to think about what quality of life means to you. Consider what treatments you would or would not want. Reflect on comfort, independence, and personal values. And choose a healthcare decision maker. Select someone you trust. Confirm that they're willing to serve in this role. And talk openly about your wishes. Then complete the forms. Obtain the right forms for your state. Fill out the living will documents. Complete healthcare proxy or medical power of attorney forms. And follow the witness and notary requirements. And then share your documents. Give copies to your loved ones. Provide copies to your healthcare providers. Keep a copy accessible at home. And store digital copies if possible. And then make sure that you review this regularly. Revisit your documents every couple of years. Update after major life changes or health changes. And confirm your healthcare proxy still agrees to serve. Let's talk about a living will versus a healthcare proxy because they can get confused sometimes. A living will explains your medical care wishes. It focuses on your treatments and interventions, and it guides your healthcare teams if you cannot communicate. It often includes wishes about life support, CPR, tubes, and comfort care. And there's written instructions. And it takes effect when you cannot make decisions yourself. Whereas the healthcare proxy identifies who can make decisions for you if you cannot. It focuses on who is the decision maker. Allow someone you trust to speak on your behalf. It helps to interpret your wishes in unexpected situations. It's a designated person, and it takes effect when you cannot make decisions yourself. And it's important to know that these documents work best together. One explains your wishes, the other one identifies who will help carry them out. Here are some conversation starters about advanced directives. A way to talk about it with your loved one, your family, etc. I want to make sure my wishes are clear if something unexpected ever happens. This is not about expecting the worst, it's about being prepared. I would rather talk about this now than leave everyone guessing later. Can we have a conversation about what matters most to each of us? If I could not speak for myself, I would want you to know today's Thrivership Series was an important one, but it's something that we should all do, regardless if you're living with neuroendocrine cancer or not. I hope that you can make space to talk about these things. It's important to have advanced directives for everyone in your family. And I hope that that this resource can help you to completing them if you had a little bit of hesitancy in doing so. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to help you navigate where your documents are in the state that you live in, or if you're having any problems, to give you some guidance. And I will see you next month. And until then, keep thriving.